She's so young. Jenna Ortega, man. I just feel like... Let me give you guys the precursor of this real quick.
Also,
and
hi.
We'll say...
Hi, we're back.
We're back. No. So we're talking about Jenna Ortega and whether or not Joe finds her attractive. And he's like, yeah, you know, like I was going back and forth, but what really drove it home is that movie where she plays like a student and then like the teacher they fall in love. I'm like, AKA when she's an underage girl, that's the one that's like not Wednesday, not any of the Scream franchise, none of that.
Yeah. But
when she plays a teenage girl in high school.
All right, fair. I see the error of that. It was not great. It was not great. But also, she was 18 in that movie. Granted, I would never date a 18-year-old. But we're just saying, like, I think maybe because of her character, she was a little, if you watch the movie.
I'll have to watch it.
She was a little bit more mature, I think. She was ahead of her time.
I'm sure she was.
But Scream, actually, I had the opposite. That's where I fell backward. I'm like, but that's because
you love
Barrera.
You love Barrera way more.
Yeah,
that's why.
and like Barrera kind of trumped her.
You were comparing the two.
Yeah.
And when comparing the two, Barrera took the cake.
Because Barrera is more, like, she looks older.
Well, for you, like, it's like if you put Hilary Duff or Jenna Ortega next to each other, you're going to choose Hilary Duff.
Right.
But if Jenna Ortega's just there by herself, you'll choose her.
Right, yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
Hi, guys. We're back. This is so weird.
This looks so different. What happened?
What's different about our background? You know... There's a couple
new
things.
friends. Couple new friends that are here.
There's a couple things. We have a Sir Michael and a Sir Art. I've already hit my head on this damn horn at least 3 times already.
Moving that into place, I didn't realize how big it was until I was moving it, and it was like knocking down everything in its path.
The fact that like Michael is like directly staring at me is also a little weird.
Well, don't fuck up.
I know, right?
Don't make any mistakes.
Because so this is a whole new setup. We're in Joe's new place. We will not disclose the location. It is
which you did at like Planet Fitness.
I did actually.
Reading the entire address out.
But yeah, we are in a new location. It looks similar in the way that there's still a black background, but it's not as shiny. The ceilings are much higher, I think.
Oh,
right? Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
From the basement?
Yeah.
The basement had a cozy vibe to it, though, especially because we could paint the walls and have the sign up. But, you know, we'll see where this takes us.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it.
We don't know.
The sign's not here.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's there. It's in the... I just don't know how to... I don't know how to prop it out because there's actually windows behind this.
No, there's not.
Yeah, remember the windows that you saw upstairs?
Yeah.
It's the same. There's windows right here.
Oh, that's weird.
So that's why like I had to block it out.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
'Cause it's creepy.
This is originally supposed to be a bedroom, guys. Can you imagine? I can't imagine having my bedroom with windows that look out into like that first floor.
No,
that's
me neither.
Really weird to me.
It's creepy. That's why I have my bed where it is.
Yeah.
And I might actually, if I actually made this a bedroom, I might have just done this anyway.
I
Black it
probably
all
would
out.
have, because I feel like I don't like that vibe of having, like, what if someone, I don't know, you're in a safe area and this is like a huge
it's secure,
building,
but
like,
still.
all it takes is like one little crack in your blinds and then someone looks through and they're like, oh, look at Joe sleeping next door. Like,
Yeah.
it's just weird.
And
I'm like,
I'm super on edge with that, just with the Karen Reed trial. I don't trust nobody.
No, literally, though. That has to be like, I don't know, that's like a horror, real life horror franchise that we
Don't you think that, though? Like, if you're, like, paying attention, isn't it, like, I don't know who did it. I'm not trying to speculate.
I do.
We can talk about that, too.
We're on the same page of it.
Yeah, we can talk about that, too. But I'm saying whoever did do it is not fessing up and is lying. It's like that. This is real life creepy to me.
Yeah. That someone.
Because it's a true story.
That someone did it and they will take that to their grave is like really creepy. And I don't know, it just makes you feel very weary about the whole situation. I have my speculations on who I truthfully in my heart believe did it.
All I'll say is, and this is my new thing that I've been saying about this trial. If she did it, if Karen Reed did it, why is all this other weird shit going on? And you can't tell me that it's all conspiracy because you get rid of the dog, you redo the basement, you sell the house
under market value. I just bought a house. You do not sell a house under market value.
And even
that literally does
even
not
just
happen.
in 2022, like the market was still dictating a certain price.
You get rid of your SIM card when you are
The day before.
in law enforcement, and you know that that's the number one thing to not do.
The day before that phone was being collected, it was ditched and the SIM card was destroyed.
Headlight pieces were not found the day of the scene. It was found afterwards.
Right.
Collection evidence was found in or put in red Solo cups. What the fuck is, like, how
But
many
also-
mistakes do you have to make in order for things?
And even that,
this
too.
is not supposed to be about the character
I know,
trial, by the way.
but again, off of the Solo Cup thing, there's a house where they got the Solo Cups from. I believe that guy is another deputy, right?
Yes.
Who has not a Ring camera, but a security camera out front. So they got the Solo Cups from him. The reasoning is one of the officers didn't ask for that security footage was because he knew what it showed, and it only shows his porch and the lawn. And my thing was, I had a garage security camera that I had to change out the battery and charge it. So that could have, if it was that way, it could have affected the angle. Also, the owner could just adjust it as he wanted to.
100%.
And it's just bullshit that you wouldn't collect that. Even if you were 99% sure what it didn't show anything, you'd still collect it.
You would still get it.
You'd still collect
That's just like, I feel like that's just part of, I don't know,
Protocol?
like due processes, right? Like due processes for a situation like that. I don't know. We're going to have to go into that because that's something that's like near and dear to both of us because we're from Rhode Island, Massachusetts area. So this is truthfully only an hour away from us that this happened.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do a whole thing on that. But that's not what today is about.
No, today
I finished my fries.
I've been picking at him slowly. But we figured on the comeback episode, let's reintroduce a classic favorite.
Hot ones.
Some hot ones.
And if you guys remember, we did this 2 years ago.
We did this with Brendan and Margaret a couple years ago, and then we've played the game.
With your sister
And
and alone.
We played it, and then we played it with John. So we're familiar with the hot ones.
Right. So they dropped a new season, and I was literally on the phone with Joe, and I was like, yo, this new season looks so good. And he was like, really? And I'm like, there's an elote one, there's this. And I was like, should we just like do it? And then all of a sudden we saw the prices drop. Or like I saw the prices like kind of drop a little bit. And then you looked and they were cheaper, I believe, right? Than what it typically was?
I forget. I think I ended up buying it through Heatonist, but on their Amazon. It was the same price.
Okay. But they sounded really good. So we were like, okay, well, maybe this is our comeback episode. And if you can't tell, we're really going into like the horror scene.
The horror theme.
The horror theme.
We're going into the horror theme.
Yes.
We're leaning into like what bridges us together, really.
Instead of what divides us.
But also, I mean, there's some division there.
There's a lot of division in regards to.
But there's like a mutual interest, so now we can center this podcast.
Yes. Niche it
around
down
that.
a little bit.
Right.
A little bit. And see if we get more viewers out of that too. Yeah. It's something that we both really like. So we have each prepared questions for the other person in regards to chatting about, wow.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. In regards to the like horror films or things in general. And we got some Wendy's nuggets. And I guess we're going to try each one. That one looks really good. Even though,
does.
But it says habanero, right? Habanero?
This is a lemon garlic habanero. I'll let you pronounce the name of it.
Okay, so lemon garlic habanero. Habanero is very spicy, so I'm curious as to why this is the first one, but it looks good. Like it has this like creamier texture to it. The ingredients are actually pretty good. Garlic, avocado oil, vinegar, lemon juice, habanero, peppers, and salt. So it is Senor Lechuga hot sauce.
Here we go.
Should we smell it? Do we just like smell it too? Can I smell it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I forgot.
I mean, are you one of those people that smells their food before they eat it?
No, I
before
don't.
They eat
But
it,
like, I
eats
want
it?
I want to smell this. Oh, that smells good. Smell
I do
it.
too. But
Wait, smell it.
I'm not typically a smeller.
No, for this one, I don't want to
Okay.
smell any of the other ones, but that smells like good.
Okay, I think we have
I'm
to
worried
smell
it's gonna be
all
a
of them
little
now.
too
Really,
spicy. So,
we've already done it.
are we doing like a dab on this, or are we putting it there and we dab it?
Whatever
should we
you
do it?
prefer. It
You go
doesn't.
first. I'm scared.
I just figure like if I don't do it on this, I'm gonna have a plate full of
sauces.
yeah. So I may just kind of like do one of these.
But like, I feel like it comes out so fast sometimes. You know what I mean?
yeah. You just gotta kind of like
I'm a
watch
little
it.
scared.
Okay. This is the first one, so it really shouldn't be like too bad.
Too bad.
Who wants to lead off with the questions?
You go first.
Okay, perfect.
Were you hoping I would say
Well, I
that?
already have it.
shit.
I already had it queued up.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. I'm, like, scared.
But this is the first one. It shouldn't.
Should
really...
I put this in the middle as we eat it? Like, what am I doing? There you go.
Yeah, all right. You just smell it again. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go.
ASMR.
Bro, I heard that one. All right. I'm not going to lie.
There's more of a kick on the
Right.
first one than I thought.
And I like spice, but for the first one, that one's got more kick than you think.
That's not a mild buffalo.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty good, though.
It's delicious flavor-wise, but that's, like, spicier than...
The last time we did this, the lead-off one wasn't nearly as bad.
No, I remember the first one being like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah, this one,
This is, like, there's actually quite a bit of heat on that.
you get it up front.
But
All
the
right.
taste is really good.
My first question.
Wendy's nuggets are hitting so good right now.
How has the horror genre impacted your other interests? Whether
Ooh.
it's like music or shows or attire, I
That's
guess.
a good one. Okay, so I feel like I started off in the like emo scene kid realm, so like it all just kind of closely ties together. It was like I dressed a certain way, and then I would like. I feel like the residual.
Well, I figured we could take a couple minutes in between
Okay.
each one to have a conversation.
I
I mean,
need a little
hot
sip of
ones,
water real
they
quick.
cut everything together, so
Mhm.
we're just going to not cut everything together.
So yeah, I feel like it started with that and like my music taste. I mean, I was always into like the emo, pop punky, some of the screamo stuff. And I feel like that all ties in together with the horror movie franchise because like a lot of the albums tend to be like there's a lot of the movies have albums or soundtracks or whatever that are like more metal to rock to like
just
emo.
creepier,
Yeah, there's like
creepier, darker tones.
the one that just comes off to mind because it's the newest one was the newer Scream franchise. Like Demi Lovato put out like a rock song that went with one of the last movie, and it was so good. Like I feel like it's completely impacted like everything that I like. But I also think that people found me really weird because I was 12 years old being like, my favorite movie is the Saw franchise. And people were like, what the hell is wrong with this girl?
So was it, do you think the music led to the horror genre?
I think so.
Music kind of led you in that direction
I
to
think
the
so.
movies?
Like
Yeah.
I was like in that like dark
You were already in the dark
path.
minds. I was going down a dark road
like
already.
A dark tunnel. What about for you though? Are you allowed to answer your own question?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, it's just part of a conversation. I think it's probably similar because when I was younger, I was not into scary movies and horror. Like I was petrified of Michael Jackson's Thriller, petrified.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Like Child's Play because I had a
Yeah.
buddy doll.
Mm-hmm.
Child's Play creeped me out. There was a lot of like I was very like timid and skittish and scared. I think
Can
as
you
a kid.
imagine that version of Joe? I cannot.
With my little Donald Duck glasses. and-
Oh, you
Yeah.
cutie.
So I think it was probably like more the music and maybe some of the imagery of some of the music. Obviously, I'm into like metal and hardcore and all that shit. So I think
Yeah.
that probably did lead me down the road of
I was going to
horror.
say, so like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? So for you, what came first was like the other stuff before the horror movie. Like the horror movie didn't come first and then
No.
like everything else came afterwards.
I think it was the music.
I think that's what it was for me too.
Because if
so.
you look at even some of like the music videos of a Slipknot and their concerts and stuff, it's kind of more horror themed. So I think that
100%.
was kind of my bridge.
100%. Hell yeah.
Are you ready for round two?
Yeah. That was like flavor wise, that was so good. I would have gone back for another bite of it if I'm not scared about what's to come and I don't want to set myself up for failure.
This one is called Liftoff, and it says green tie vibes.
I don't know if I'm going to like the flavor of that.
Green chilies, vinegar, lemongrass, lime juice, coconut water.
Oh, that might be good. That might be as if we're having like a little pad thai action, you know?
Maybe.
Karma sauce. Okay. I'm gonna. Sorry, I had to.
At this point, we just have to smell them. Oof. You get after the first one, kind of giving it some kick. Like so this one's more drippy.
It's drippy.
It's
That's
not
why.
as thick as the other one.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
That's why I almost wish that I had you go first for all of these now, so I
That's true. Yeah.
So I could see how they lay out.
I'm gonna say like, I love hot sauce and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of like the darker greens. And
I don't like
browns.
a salsa verde. Yeah, I'm not
nah.
usually like really into it, but I guess we are today.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Cheers. It just looks like shit. Like actual shit. I go. It looks like actual shit.
No, that's good. Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Oh. See, I like Thai food. These two, taste-wise, are phenomenal. But there's
It's
like
all right.
there's a kick.
The first one's better. It's a kick.
It's a
I
kick.
feel it in my throat.
Literally. That's pretty good, though. Okay.
I dig it.
It's so funny because I still have all my hot sauces from like 2 years ago, too. Like,
Though that
hot
might
sauces
be-
expire.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they, like, actually, though?
Yeah.
I feel like they're fine.
I'm a big expiration date guy.
See, I'm not. Like, it's been sitting in vinegar. It's pretty much, like, preserved. Like, you're fine.
It might just lose some flavor, but I don't know. I'm
Maybe it'll lose the heat. That would be sick.
just get red sauce in that. Fuck.
Okay, my question for you
God.
is what drew you to the Halloween franchise over other horror series like Nightmare on Elm Street or like Friday the 13th, which are like around that same, like when Halloween was really kicking off, like Friday the 13th was like huge too. Like a lot of these were major movies. So what drew you to the Halloween franchise over anything else?
I want to say because like H2O and Resurrection came out at the time I was starting to get into it. And those were newer movies. And then I remember I was watching I used to watch all the Halloween movies with one of my friends.
Oh.
So I think that's probably why. But I don't know. Maybe it was just like I said, time wise, because Resurrection and H2O came out.
Do you remember the first time that you ever saw like the trailer for it and you were like, oh, I want to see that?
No.
Do you recall?
No, but I was already when Rob Zombie remade it, which was like 07.
Right.
I was already
and that's
fully,
the one that you love. You love the Rob Zombie one, right?
I like all of them.
Okay.
I don't know if this is one of your questions later, but Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I'm sorry, it's absolute dog shit.
I have
shit.
so that was one of my questions, but
Sorry.
I have 8 questions just in case we ended up talking about things that like if there's an overlap.
Okay.
I figured there may be an overlap, but
I feel like if you were to answer this I just want to make sure that I didn't ask a similar type question. No, I didn't. So if Saw is your favorite, what got you into that?
I remember so I always loved it in high school, but then in college, there was like it wasn't like an FYE store, but it was a used old like rental like video. It wasn't video games, but it was like DVD videos. Upstairs was like all the stuff that was mainstream that you could like.
Oh, is this where you got Serbian film from?
Yes. Upstairs
Which
was
I still have somewhere. I don't know where.
I know.
Yeah, it might be upstairs in the DVD rack, actually.
Or is it in the pile that's right
If
outside?
it's in the pile, good luck. I'll see you in a couple of years.
Yeah, so like upstairs was all like the normal movies, and then downstairs was all of the horror films. So I would go downstairs, and I remember the first time being like, I had seen Saw, I liked Saw, and then I was like, oh, I want to get these other Saw movies. Like I'd like to collect them. So I started with like the second one, and then eventually, because it's all used rentals or whatever, they were selling, I couldn't get all of them at the same time. So I would go there maybe once or twice a week to just go see what movies that they had. So that was when I got like a bunch of like the what is that? What's that scary movie? It's like Apartment something. Apartment 2.
I don't know. I just think of the Apartment 24.
There you go.
No,
No.
I'm saying that's like the movie production company.
I think that's what I'm thinking of, actually. So there was like an area by each different kind of like production company. So I remember I would walk down the stairs, and to the left would be all of those films. And then to the right was where I got Monsters, which is the one with Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And then I got like a Serbian film. And then on this wall right here were all of the Saw movies.
You say it like it's so natural. Serbian films like...
It's like so bad, but it was very normal for me. Because I remember like looking up like scariest movie of all time. And it said that. And I remember like just like perusing. And I was like, no way. They have this.
It's Christmas Day.
I'm going to take it. So I ended up buying it. Excuse me. But then so they had all of the Saw movies over time. And as the movies came out too, then they would go to DVD and then I would find them there. So it was like slowly I was just building on this collection. And I think my biggest thing to Saw that I loved the most was probably, I always found it like really intricate. Right, like I was big into SFX makeup. I loved doing makeup. So I thought it was really cool how they can make these like grotesque puzzle piece cutouts in skin that made it look like it was actually skin, but it wasn't. And then it was like, I'll never forget, it was in the second movie, but like where Amanda, she goes into the needle pit and she has all the needles. And to see how they did that, and it was like, on like a skin, they would put all these like fake syringes and put it like on there. So when she came out, it would look like it was all in her skin, but it was on this like plaster, like latexy piece that was on. Like I just thought it was so interesting. And I think I also was drawn to it because it wasn't just like a serial killer being a serial killer. It was like he thought that people weren't valuing their lives and wanted to teach them that like life is so valuable. And I thought that was like such a weird spin to it, instead of just being like, well, he's psycho and he just wanted to kill people or hurt people. It was like, no, he realized that life was too short and these people were taking life for granted.
Right. So he's playing like evil God kind of thing.
Yeah, which I thought was so crazy. So that's, I think, what drew me to the Saw franchise. Long story short.
Fair enough.
All right, on to the next one. So far, so good. So the first one was your favorite. I think both of those were actually really good. If you don't like Thai food, you wouldn't like that one, though.
Sriracha. Hot one sriracha. It's new.
Oh.
Pickled garlic.
Okay.
And I don't, heat level 3 out of 10. I don't know if they all say this or not.
I know, because remember you could see the Scoville heat units. Do they not say them for this one?
I think, well, they probably have them listed somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe because that's a Hot Ones one, like specifically it's their brand that it says it. Yeah, this one doesn't. So I think it's just because it's their brand.
Okay. So refrigerate after opening. Make sure you refrigerate all these. So mine definitely are bad then, because I never.
Every one of them has to be refrigerated?
Well, this one says refrigerate after opening. We'll keep the sauce fresher longer.
Yeah, you're throw them shits away. Throw them shits away. I don't know. I feel like
this one said it on the side, but this is pickled garlic sriracha hot sauce. I bet this is going to be good.
Have a fridge full.
Oh, this just smells like sriracha, in a good way.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up is right. I'm scared.
That's so red.
Sriracha can be scary sometimes.
It's so red. I will say I thought the kick from the first one was worse than the second one.
I think so too. Like it felt like it lingered more, but the flavor was so good. Like I wish it wasn't as spicy so I could just eat more of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to cry about it. You know what? You could like mix it with something else.
Cut it?
Have a cutting agent.
Okay. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
I'm like waiting for the kick.
I know, we always speak too soon. You gotta wait till you actually swallow it.
No.
No.
There's no kick. Do you taste a kick?
No, I think it's just a good sriracha.
I'm about to use a little bit more.
Wow, look at you.
That was a good one. There's no kick to it.
Well, Nick's going to have some problems later.
This is what I don't understand, though. How is this level 3, right, out of 10? But I think the first one was spicier than this.
I don't know. Maybe it's like people have different palates. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not like a...
What's your question?
Not an aficionado. Okay. What is, in your opinion, the cheesiest horror movie or horror movie character? Could either or. It doesn't matter.
Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
If we're not going the Winnie the Pooh, like
no, that's fine. I mean, because it is a reimagining.
it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just
right.
ridiculous.
It's a killer bear.
Yeah.
And then the one that really like hits the hammer, hits the nail. What is it? What's the saying? Hits the
Well, if you have a hammer and you have a nail, what happens? Typically,
the nail goes in. You hit
so
the
you
hammer.
hit the blank
hit the
on the blank.
You hit the nail on the head. There you go. There you go. For that, the last movie, they really like took it a step further because we saw before it was like Piglet and Pooh in the first one.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you have Piglet, you have Pooh, you have Owl, you have, like there like it was the most ridiculous thing, and I think that's just so cheesy. But like we watched it and we liked it.
The first one was better than the second one, but
yes.
I would say because now they're doing a bunch of the Mickey Mouse ones. Mousetrap, which is on Amazon, maybe.
Okay. Bad, right?
Oh, it's bad.
So
it's bad.
If we were to take away the idea of like that whole
like
this
the
whole
Disney characters,
character thing, what would yours be? Because when you say that, initially I think of like Pooh and that whole thing because that's just like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, because they're not like true movie horror movie characters.
Yeah,
probably Chucky.
I was thinking Chucky too because once again it's like a killer doll.
And it's
not
little.
like Annabelle. Like we're saying Annabelle was like haunted. Also, did you see that? Did you see what happened with Annabelle?
No, like the actual
side tangent. Yeah, the actual doll. So they moved it from Monroe, Connecticut to New Orleans.
Yeah. Why?
And
Somebody bought it.
I don't know why they actually moved it, but Ed and Lorraine had said to never move that doll, and they did. It moved to New Orleans, and the day that it moved, a plantation caught fire and completely burned down, an old plantation. And then on top of that,
like
11
where it was residing?
In New Orleans now, like right near it.
Okay.
And then 11 prisoners escaped from a jail in New Orleans that same day. And then there was something else that happened in New Orleans. There were 3 things that happened all on the same day.
Okay.
Essentially.
We'd have to see what the frequency is of those kind of fires and inmates escaping before I have a judgment on whether Annabelle caused such a...
I'm going to see if I can just find this real quick. Okay. 3 days ago, they moved Annabelle, one of the most haunted dolls, from Monroe, Connecticut to New Orleans, Louisiana. And now the largest sugarcane plantation in Louisiana burned down, and 11 inmates in a New Orleans prison escaped. Didn't the Warrens say that they should never be moved? Also, there is a prison flooding in West Virginia. Coincidence? I think not.
I mean, all right, now we're just talking about different states and their issues. So, I mean, did it cause the Matunic Oyster Bar fire too?
In Rhode Island? Maybe.
You never know. Connecticut, really close.
I know.
I was going to say something else.
It's probably something about the Chuckies.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for the new Megan?
No, I haven't. Is it bad?
As fun as the first Megan was, and if you go into it being, so it's gonna be ridiculous.
I've watched it like 3 times, and each time you're like, so this is it's not
it's
scary.
Worse.
It's ridiculous.
2, I don't even think I'll waste my time with 2. I might only waste my time with 2, so we can talk about it here.
Fair,
but otherwise, it looks so bad. It looks so bad.
I feel like I saw like a little snippet, but I never watched the trailer all the way through. It's called Megan 2.0, right?
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's
no bueno.
Nah, I think people were jazzed that they made a second one because the first one wasn't like the worst movie they've ever seen. This one looks bad. I'm saying plot wise, this looks ridiculous.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be that she like comes back and is reprogrammed?
Supposedly, she gets reprogrammed to go fight off a worse robot doll. So now she's supposedly siding with the people she went against last time.
Interesting.
It looks
bad.
Yeah, plot wise, I wouldn't. If I was a character in there or an actor or something, I would not have been super jazzed
about that plot.
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I feel like if we're talking about that, I mean, there's a lot of things that fall into that realm, right? Like if we're talking about scary things, if we're not talking about like Winnie the Pooh and stuff, then I'm gonna go Chucky. I'll go Megan. I'll go like the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's, like those are just like animatronics. Like I just think it's just a weird thing. Like the things that are genuinely scary, like Scream, like kids that are just like being strangers, like people that are just tapped, that you're just like, oh my God, they're unwell. Those are the things that are genuinely scary to me.
Fair enough. I'm not.
Is that the elote? Yeah, this is the elote loco. Okay, so plant-based fire edition, made in Austin, Texas, by Savor Foods, artisanal hot sauce. It has vinegar, kosher salt, avocado oil, nutritional yeast. So there's going to be a little bit of like a cheesy flavor with this. I'm very curious to see if we'll like it. I'm going to smell this one too. I think I'm just going to smell all of them.
We just smell all of them.
Oh no.
Let me see it.
Oh no. My hands. They're broken.
You loosened it.
Thanks.
No, she didn't.
I don't know if I like this smell.
You were so jazzed about it when you were reading it. It's another like brown one. It looks like very vinegary. Not a brown hot sauce guy.
I don't know. It doesn't smell good. It should have somewhat of like a cheesy flavor from the nutritional yeast, but I don't know if I'm going to like this.
Okay.
It smells okay.
Okay. It smells kind of like the other one.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I can't hear mine when I do it, but you have the same crunch to yours.
There's like a chipotle flavor to it. Oh,
I went
spicy.
face down on my tongue with it.
That's like a little spicier than I anticipated, but I don't like the taste of it very much. I don't like Chipotle style sauces.
No.
And that has a Chipotle flavor to it, right?
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's definitely got a kick to it. It's not as bad as I thought it was
It's not
going to be.
awful. For wait, this is 4, right?
Yeah.
So for it being the 4th one, that's
So
not bad, but it's still kind of we're not even halfway.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad though.
Which is
that one was definitely the spiciest so far.
I agree. Would you say that it's more spicier than the first one though? That
Yeah,
first
because
one
for me the tingle is lasting. Although I went face down on the tongue with this one.
you got to keep the same method throughout.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't like the taste of that one though, but it was fine. It's fine.
Like an upset little kid. I don't like the taste of
I don't like that. Okay. What makes a horror movie truly scary to you? Gore, suspense, psychological horror, or something else?
Ooh.
That's a good question, right?
It is a good question.
Thanks.
I would think that it's what makes it scary typically is the things that you don't see. Like maybe right before. I mean, it's think about like a Friday the 13th. You're in the woods, the campground, no one's around, and it's that Jason is out there.
So it's the suspense.
It's the suspense aspect and building it up, but that's why it's also it's heavily reliant on the actor or actress to play that up
right
in a reasonable manner, but also it's in the musical tones.
See, I knew you were going to go this like video production. I'm over here being like, which one? And I'm like, I had a feeling that Joe was going to take this very production route, right? Because like we have 3 camera angles. Like he's big.
It's just
whenever
what I
he
do.
watches a movie, he's like, I didn't like it was so silent and there was nothing there. And it was like, he's very meticulous about video cuts and songs and sounds and stuff like that. So like I had a feeling you were going to go that route.
But to me, it has to be. And then obviously that scare of whenever the thing comes about but it's the build up and the anxiety of that.
Okay.
What do you think?
So when I was reading it, obviously, or when I was writing that, I typically love gore movies. But I don't think a gore movie is necessarily a scary movie. I just think it's gory. Like I could sit there and watch it and just be like, ooh, cringe. Like that makes me like, you know, when
because you're seeing it.
Right. When a guy says like, they watch a video of like another guy getting kicked in like the nuts or something and you're like, oh, I could feel that. Like that's how I feel about gore movies, but they don't necessarily mean that they're scary. So for me, I was torn between the suspense and the psychological part of it because the psychological
Aren't
is
they
like
kind of like one and the same?
kind of but like I think the psychological is more of like you are anticipating something happening and like you're like think it's gonna happen, but then sometimes it doesn't happen.
But that's kind of the suspense aspect, right? It's
True.
I think it's kind of one and the same.
That's true. I guess when I think of suspense, I think of it like the Blair Witch, right? Like It's the suspense of something about to happen and then something happens, but you don't quite see it.
Yeah.
The psychological for me is like Paranormal Activity. It's like, well, that was weird, but then nothing happens that night. And then it's like something happens again. It's like that part of it that it's just like.
It's like a slower build
progression to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I probably, if I had to choose one of those three, I guess I'm going to go psychological because I'm big on like, I see it and then it's like, oh no. Or like, I watched Hell House. Heather told me to go watch it and then I told you about it, right? Yeah. So Hell House, and they're making another one actually this year.
There's a bunch of them now, I feel
There's a lot, but they're making like an origin story this year. But that's one of the ones where it's like suspense, right? Because it's like they get this haunted house, they turn the haunted house into an actual haunted house, and then something happens. And that's more of that suspense, but the psychological is more of this like, when is it going to happen? I don't understand, like, what is happening here? And not this quite build up to like a tear. It's like, and then it's like, you stay low, and then it's all of a sudden up, and then it happens, but then it comes back down. So like that part twists and
I feel, and I stand by this, like something that would bridge both of those ideas together in a very violent way, like with the gore aspect too, is Rob Zombie's Halloween. The first one, I mean, if you have some sort of psychological trauma, it'll fuck you up because it's brutal. It's brutal.
That was the one that I didn't watch. I remember you being like, you need to watch
really?
that one.
Oh,
yeah.
You have to watch that one.
Okay.
You have to watch that one.
All right, I'm setting
the second one gets a little bit more, it's still good. Mm-hmm. I would follow it up and watch that. I think because when you watch the beginning, the way he tells the story of Michael, and in the original story, he wasn't necessarily from a fucked up family. Mm-hmm. But in Zombies, it's very much a zombie take on Halloween.
Got it.
It's
There's
very
like a more
brutal,
bigger backstory to it that like explains.
Yeah. And because the guy who plays him, Tyler Mane, I think it's Tyler Mane.
Yep.
He's so fucking big. It's like when you're watching, you feel helpless for the people on screen
because he's so large.
Because you just put yourself in that position. You're like, wow, I'd be like when she's helpless in the house and in the basement. You'd be like, oh my, it's that scene in the basement where she is trying to get out and she's kicking through it, and just watch it. Okay. You have to watch it.
Okay.
What's next?
Next one is going to be number 5, so that makes it halfway through.
I thought this used to be the first one.
What is it?
The Los Calientes.
We've had that one before.
I thought this was like the old lead off, unless they made it Rojo. Maybe they made it spicier. Heat level 5 out of 10. This is a Hot Ones.
So they definitely have like kicked it up a notch.
They probably did, right? Do you want me to pour mine first?
Yes, please.
It smells very vinegary.
I don't know if I'll like it, but I'll eat it.
Well, you have to eat it. You don't have a choice. It's another drippy brown.
I'm excited.
Everybody loves a good drippy brown.
I just pulled up the rest of my questions. Oh, actually, you're next. I don't know why I'm doing that then.
Well, it's just so you're prepared.
Okay.
I'll wait a second. I went way too heavy on this then.
Dude, this is like, it smells bad.
It smells like it smells bad. It smells like it's already expired.
You know why though? I hate this smoky thing. This one's a smoky habanero rojo. I don't like smoky. Don't give me smoke. In my tequila, I don't want no smoke.
I don't want no smoke. I think that's the difference. Like, you don't eat the whole nugget. That's why you cut
I have been able to. I mean, I did before, but why is there not much flavor to that? Like, it has a little smoke to it, but it's not. There's no garlic. Like, I don't taste anything in that.
I mean, it's not expired, but I think this used to be their old kickoff one, and that one was very tame.
That's not spicy.
No.
Like, I think the last one was worse than this one.
Yeah, it was. Okay. My question, where is it? All right. With Saw being your favorite franchise, do you think you would have survived any of the games? If so, which one or ones?
Yes. Okay. I've thought about this so often.
I figured you had something on tap for that.
Okay. Starting off strong. There's a kid on YouTube, actually, and he talks about each trap and how he would try to beat it. Anyways. Stupidest trap of all time, but when the girl, like, puts her hands, because there's, like, a syringe, and then it's in this, like, glass shard box, and she can't pull it back up, and she's like, and puts the other one. So dumb. So dumb. When you could actually, they've showed it, but, like, when you stick your arm through, you could have actually held part of it open with the other hand.
Yeah.
You still would have, like, cut and jabbed for sure.
Yeah.
But then you could have tipped it and literally sent it through to the other side and literally had it fallen and then given yourself the shot. And you would have been fine. So that's, like, something that I've thought about. I've thought about a lot of these.
I've thought about it just in case I ever get trapped in a Saw franchise.
There was another one where you're supposed to trap yourself in this, like tunnel almost. So there was only a certain amount. Mm-hmm. And, like, they were forcing each other to, like, who essentially could get in before they closed it. And then, like, whatever, something blew up or fire or something in the middle, killed everyone else. So you were supposed to trap yourself in this. The tunnels were big enough for 2 people. I know this is, like, video, like, whatever. But, like, the tunnels were big enough for 2 people. More people could have. There's, like, a lot of things in there that I've looked at that I'm like, I think I would do decent at. There's some stuff that, like, you know, if you have someone else in there who's, like, just being an asshole and just wants to get to you or whatever, like, then that's a different story. There's ones also that, like, other people did that Jigsaw didn't do that weren't fair, and people have said that it's just, like, there's no way that I could win some of these because, like, Jigsaw tried to make it as fair as possible so that people could actually survive potentially.
I don't know. Some of them
not so much, but, like, we got to do... You know what we should do?
What should we do?
There's a video where they talk about every single part, like every single test or whatever, and in every movie in chronological order. We should try to do, like, have a laptop going of the kid playing his video and talking about each of them. Yeah. And then we'll react. So we could do, like, a reaction video to his reaction video. Okay. And talk about whether
we don't have to worry about being demonetized yet because we're
not there yet.
We're not monetized yet.
But I think that actually would be really good because then you and I could talk about whether or not we would actually do well in those games.
Okay. It's also talking about these games in a sober mind frame because none of these I'm jazzed about doing.
Right.
But if my life was on the line, obviously, you know, everything goes out the window. Mm-hmm. You don't think rationally because now it's, you know, fight or flight.
Mm-hmm. Like the one that we watched most recently, right? Like
Wait, was that the chair? The chair incident?
Yes, the chair incident. Awful. All of a sudden I, like, get there and, like, Joe's just, like, laughing nonstop throughout the movie. I'm like, what is going on? But, like, for that one, for example, she was supposed to cut out a part. There was a part where she was supposed to cut out part of her, like, thigh fat. Or something. And then put it, like, that sucks. Like, that, I don't know how to do stuff like that. But there's certain ones that are in there that you're just like, this is so dumb. Like, I wouldn't have been jazzed to do it, but I would have figured it out. Like, I would have figured it. But there's some that are there that I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, like, anytime I have to cut into myself, I'm not gonna be thrilled about.
Like the behind the eye stuff, that's a little weird.
Yeah, no.
Oh, the reverse bear trap, I would have died. I know that. I wouldn't have gotten the key out. The reverse bear trap, it would have closed. It's fine. Yeah. Like, I would have been gone. But there are certain other ones that I would have, like, if I need to cut off a wrist, like, it sucks, but maybe I would have done it.
I don't know. Even the first one, cutting off a foot.
Yeah, you want it?
That's like that movie that James Franco played, the, what the heck is it called? 27 hours?
Yes.
I don't know what it was more than it was like 147 hours or something like
that. I can't think of it was something hours.
But that was a true story and the guy had to cut his arm. Bro, that might be the scariest thing of all time. I couldn't get myself to rationalize that.
Oh, I don't really have service in your house.
You know why? Because
we're low.
The router is all the way upstairs.
Oh, okay.
And I have the same issue. But if you turn off your Wi-Fi, you know, you'll be okay.
This is tough. I can't find it.
All right. Well, let's go to the next.
We'll go to the next one. 127 hours. There you go.
That's it. That's
127 hours. Beautiful.
Terrifying. Oh, my good. Look at this is right up your alley. It's a cat.
Volcano. Micro saucery. Pico peppers. roasted habanero. I'm just not going to smell these anymore because I think they're all going to smell bad. And I think I'm setting myself up for failure.
Wuss. It's not setting yourself up for failure. It's just, you know.
I'm scared of this one.
I mean, no one said we had to go, you know, hard in the paint.
That just smells like it's going to hurt.
This is spicy. I can tell.
Yeah, that smells like it's going to hurt.
This smells like a little more vinegary, but the Baja's suicide sauce.
Like my mouth is watering right now from smelling it. That smells like it's
because it's so good, right? This one, I feel like this one.
Is this 6?
Yeah.
Wow. You're feeling ultra ambitious, huh?
I love Hobbs, though. Hobbs and Shaw. Habanero. You're so miserable playing this game. Okay, let's see. I went tongue first again. I went tongue first. Excuse me.
Hold on.
The cat got your tongue?
Literally. There's like a weird spice that hits you on that one. It's not awful still, but it's not good. I don't like that.
I'm going to go out on a limb. This one might be right up my alley.
No way.
Yeah, I think this one scratches me where I itch.
I don't like that one.
That's a pretty good one.
I don't like that.
It reminds me of that suicide sauce.
It's not awful, right? Like, this isn't the worst thing I've ever had.
No.
But it doesn't taste good to me, and the heat on that lingers. Oh, I don't like that. Good. Okay. What's a lesser-known horror film that you think more people should watch? You like that?
Yeah, good question.
Look at me go.
Good question. I mean, I don't get the same positive feedback on my questions, but that's okay.
No, I love your question.
I don't think you do.
I do. I'm focused,
and I really thought about these too.
I'm focused on the fact that I'm anticipating how each one of these are going to get worse. That's my main concern, if I'm being honest here.
All right, what was the question again?
What is a lesser-known horror film that you think more people should watch?
Okay. I'm trying to think of like a lesser known that I think is good. Because good is also like on what scale?
It's subjective. It's very subjective.
Is it just I think it's a good movie or is it scary?
Maybe that you think.
Because it's sometimes the good
interpretation of it.
Yeah, sometimes the good movies aren't necessarily
scary.
They're entertaining.
Right.
Oh man. I feel like I'm going out on a limb here.
Okay.
But Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare isn't as bad as you think.
Okay.
It's not scary, but it is interesting.
So you think more people should watch it because it's interesting and there's something good about it that you
I just think it's
like.
It's an interesting take, and I really
I just like burped that up, and I don't like any of that.
You want to fry? Steal a fry.
Steal a fry.
I feel like that one is. It's not as bad as you think. I also think Winnie the Pooh isn't as bad as you think.
No.
Shit. I feel like all right. I'm gonna pause on this question because I'm gonna really think about this. So the next time we record, I want to think about that one.
Okay.
I want to have more of an answer.
Okay.
But also, I mean, an underrated one is The Strangers. But I feel like a lot of people have seen it.
I think at this point, since if I said this question maybe like a year ago, I would agree. I think. Maybe not everyone had seen it, whatever. I think it's underrated. I think people don't understand how scary it truly is.
Yeah.
But then chapter 1 came out, and I think everyone's seen it at this point and whatever else. But truthfully, that is one of the few movies that are genuinely scary. And you and I have talked about this before, but it's like, it's just because you were home. Like, that's the line. It's like, because you were home. And that's so sick and twisted that I'm like.
Yeah, because there's no rhyme or reason. And that's kind of the creepiest shit sometimes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, I feel like that really depicted like if you were to ask me what the scariest movie that I've ever seen, I would say like in true like horror, I would say that or what's the one where a girl is home and she's blind?
The girl's blind?
Yeah, the girl is blind.
Don't Breathe.
No, that was something else.
The first one was okay. The second one was ridiculous.
The second one was ridiculous, but no, she's blind. Hold on. You don't. It came out on Netflix like not too long ago. Scary.
The Netflix ones, they're losing me. Although I'm eager to finish Midnight in the Switchgrass.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Megan Fox. It wasn't that bad. I didn't finish it though.
Hush. I believe it was called Hush.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Interesting movie, but I remember being like, that's like a little freaky. My nose is running now.
You have paper towels.
Oh yeah, I also have napkins. I remember being like, oh, that's just like it's imagine someone being blind and not being able to see, and like,
blind and not being able to see.
Shut up.
No
but
way.
then someone's like watching you from your window and you just don't even know. So you have to base everything on your sense. Actually, was she blind or deaf? It was one or the other. There's a big difference. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Hush would mean what I would think that she can't hear.
Maybe it was deaf. It was a deaf. Yeah, she was a deaf writer. So imagine like you could see everything around you, but you have no idea that someone's even breaking into your home. So you don't know that there's like someone potentially right behind you. Like that's terrifying to me. Yeah. And that's another level of The Strangers that I was just like, this is terrifying. Like this is an absolute real scenario that could happen to somebody. And that's what makes it scary.
And even though chapter 1 was very much
not
the first
great.
one, I thought chapter 1 was better than Pray at Night.
I had never seen Pray at Night.
Okay.
So I remember you saying Pray at Night was
It ended very
not good.
ridiculously, and I think that chapter 1 was better. But
noted. All right.
I digress.
On to the next one.
I don't know what that purple. I don't know what that purple
color?
is. There's like some purple. There's a lot of browns in this, huh?
I know. I don't know if I like that. Hot sauce. Okay. By Butterfly Bakery of Vermont. This blazingly delightful sauce features the best the garden has to offer. Cilantro and dill balanced perfectly with tomatoes and our unique 5-pepper blend to create this surprisingly versatile sauce. It tastes fantastic on grilled cheese, tapenade, and fish. Oh, I might like this. See, I don't like the smoky stuff.
Yeah, watch the reaction.
It's going to be This is going to be spicy, but I think flavor.
Watch out, because that one's got a heavy pour on it.
I'm just going to go that way. That was too drippy.
You said hot sauce, by the way. It's Hot House hot sauce.
Oh.
Fuck, I knew it didn't.
Mildly dyslexic, I guess.
I was like, I don't think it's the same words.
All right.
Oh, that was a...
I have a feeling this is not going to be
pleasant.
That
was a heavy pour again.
Yeah. Flavor. Delicious. Ooh. Joe.
You struggling?
That's spicy. That's spicy, dude. Are you okay?
Yeah.
The flavor's really good, though.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It is. This one is lingering for sure.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's definitely lingering.
It hit like the...
Son of a bitch. Now I have to lick it.
See, it hit the top of my tongue, and I think that's where it burnt me.
I know, I went tongue down again.
I don't like that.
I feel like you have to go tongue down.
So you, like, really get that traction?
Yeah, so you taste it on your buds.
Ugh.
On your buds. Okay.
So this is number 7, right? I'm doing better than I think I did last time. I haven't had to use milk.
We
don't have milk, but
we don't.
I think I'm doing better than I did last time. Like, these are uncomfortable, but they're not unbearable. Like, these are, I like the taste. The fact that I said I like the taste on this says a lot, because when we did, what's the one that everyone?
It's next.
Oh no. I spoke too soon.
It's always number 8 in the rotation.
I don't like that one.
I know, nobody does. Okay. Question 4. Which horror... Wait, what? Okay. I said horror or movie character just because it's... Because I have an answer for this, and that's why I wanted to open it up for you two. Okay. Which horror movie or just regular movie character do you identify with the most?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Damn, you're welcome.
Oh, man. Can you answer first so I can think about this for a sec? Or do you want me to just?
No,
like,
I can't.
Okay.
Mine's not a horror movie. That's why I opened it up because that's so niche.
Yeah.
But Robert De Niro's character in Heat, Neil McCauley.
Okay, why?
If you watch, have you seen Heat?
Yes.
All right, so you know
Yes.
his whole thing. If you look at his place, is there's not a lot of shit. He's very
like the minimalist.
He's very minimalist. He's got no ties. He's like the lone wolf, the lone ranger. I always like from a young age when I watched that, I was like, that's the coolest motherfucker ever.
So I can't think of any horror movie character, and I think that's maybe a good thing because that means maybe I'm not twisted. Debatable. If I'm just thinking of character in general from a movie, Nick always used to say that Mila Kunis's character from Friends with Benefits reminded him of me.
Yeah.
It's this like very spunky, like personable, like this weird like sense of humor that's a little dry. Like that's kind of how I am.
Yeah, I feel like you're.
So like someone had once said, when I said that, they were like, oh my God, that's spot on with Nick. But it's like my personality, someone said it's that character. So Mila Kunis's character from Friends with Benefits meets Rachel Green from Friends. So it's like this mesh of those two characters make me. And I think that's pretty spot on.
Because I feel like in Friends with Benefits, Mila Kunis's character, I feel like you're probably more girlier
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. Which is why when I said that when someone said it mixes with like Rachel Green's character, it has this like, she's stylish, she's a little girly, she's this, she's that. So it's like the personality meets everything else of Friends, like Rachel Green of Friends. And you make me. What would you say? This is going to be so hard because we have to think of it off on the spot.
Wait.
But what would you say for me and what would I say for you, I guess?
I know, because I've told you before. D from It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah, you've said that forever.
There are clips,
undeniable difference.
There are clips of things that like D would say that I'm like, I just naturally would be like, oh, that's Camilla, dude, like that. Not fully, because I mean, if you do watch the show, but there's shit that she says and like. I'm like, yeah, that's you, bro.
We'll see. I don't know what it would be for you. You're just so multifaceted. Like, because, like, it's funny because it's like there's parts, I've learned many parts of you, right? Like, there's many parts to Joe. I've learned.
That was fucking weird.
I've learned the many faces of Joe in the way that, like, you have this very, like, funny, goofy sense of humor. But then there's parts of you that are so serious and so straightforward, and it's like a little scary to be around. Yeah. And there's no character that I think I've ever seen on TV that has both.
It's the Gemini thing, I guess.
I think so.
I know.
Which Heather's a Gemini, so it's like,
really?
Yeah, like you have both of these senses to yourself. Like, if it was just the comedy part of it, I would be like, okay, like I could probably pinpoint something. Yeah. But then this like serious side of you, it's just like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I could never put you in a box of a certain character.
That's how I've lived my life. I don't want to be put in a box.
Oh, nailed it, apparently.
I don't know. I don't even have an example for myself either. I don't know.
Yeah, like it's like you have the straightforward scariness of like Ben Stiller in Heavyweights, but then you have like the comedy part of you of like Meet the Fockers. Like it's just like there's so. I don't know.
I know that is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't figure it out either. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know what you like. When you say it, I know what you mean. Like I'm very like conscious of that.
Yeah, because it's like
there are serious times.
I'm very much the same with everyone, I think, for the most part, unless I turn into Rebecca, as Joe says. But like for the most part, I'm like pretty much the same. Joe has like varying. This sounds not personalities, but it's like varying traits that show during different situations and different things, like
in different people sometimes.
In different people, for sure. So it's hard for me to like pinpoint that for you.
I know it's weird because I know with all of my friends, there's some sort of comedic inside joke aspect, but they can differ like greatly.
I'm sure. Like, no one would ever believe me that you're the same person that called me with your friends while you guys were in Buck Island and was like, I was in Costa Rica and you guys were like saying nothing to me, but then I showed Nick and you guys are screaming. Like, you have this like sense to you that's so silly and so goofy, but like, you're also just like sometimes scary to be around if you're like being super serious. Like,
okay, fair. I think because people don't expect it, because most times I don't think I'm that serious.
you're not.
So people
So
don't
when
expect
when it does happen though, you're just like, oh, like Joe's being for real right now.
But
like
see,
there's something going on.
You know what though? That's how my mother's father is, and I always like appreciated the way that he.
So you took after him.
I just like the way that he operates. Like he was very like easygoing, and but when you pissed him off, you knew you pissed him off.
Yeah.
And it took a lot
to get there. Okay, fair. I don't like this.
This one is a staple in the Hot Ones lineup, but this I don't know what they did to differ. It's called The Bomb Evolution. They used to call it The Bomb Beyond Insanity, or
I think it's
Sanity.
there's something insanity or sanity in there.
Yeah, so this is The Bomb Evolution, and it sucks. I mean, last time we did it was basically we kind of
it was just straight heat.
It's just hot for no reason.
It's just straight heat. There's no flavor. It doesn't taste good. There's no even like taste to it. It was just hot.
Yeah,
and that's what I don't like.
It's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I love the band.
Water, vinegar, salt, spices, and a bunch of other accoutrements in there. So anyway, here we go.
I don't like.
You want me to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I don't.
Wait, am I down a nug? Because we got 2 left.
Oh, do I have an extra one? Wait,
I don't know.
You have 2 left.
There's one for this, and then I can cut it. I just
no,
saying.
take it.
Oh, there's there an
I have
extra
scraps. No, but I have.
No, but there's. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
I've got scrappies. Take that one.
Scrappies.
Take that one.
Here you go. Take that back. Look how it's caked.
No, I just don't like that.
It's already caked like this sponge Pac-Man at the top.
I just remember it like not tasting good, and it was thick and just goopy and gross. I don't like it.
Thick and goopy and gross.
I know I'm not gonna like this. Watch it come out in a blob.
Fuck.
Wow, you're like ambitious, dude.
I don't know. I that's as far as I can. I don't know. I can go with it right now. I got to get something to poke it at the top because it's all like clumpied. Easy, brother. Easy.
Is that good?
Yeah, that was okay? More. That was more than mine.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
Is it?
A little bit. I did a little guy on this one.
Okay. I'm letting you go first.
Oh. It tastes like the other one, but it sucks more.
This has the same taste as the other one for sure.
But this is way hotter.
But this is hotter, but it has that gross taste. Like, it doesn't taste good to me.
Bro.
I don't like...
I'm trying to think of when this was. We were just talking about this. At some sort of event, or maybe it was a holiday, at Mel's house, her sister went and grabbed a hot sauce, because Mel's got a bunch of different hot sauces. When we went to Boston, we bought a bunch.
Uh-huh.
She took that one. It was either on the table or it was in the cupboard. And she didn't realize what it was, and she put a lot.
Oh no!
She was fucking going through it.
No,
yeah,
that's just like stupid. Like, I just don't like that one. I think it tastes really bad. I don't like.
It just sits on your tongue, which I'm not getting a lot of a flavor. It's okay. I mean. It's not as bad as I remember.
I was going to say, I think I'm handling it better than I did last time. Last time, I think it was really bad.
Yeah.
I still think that this isn't great, but I remember not even being able to get it down last time. Like, that's how unruly hot. And I mean, I didn't do a huge dab. Maybe I'm, like, cheating. But I don't remember doing even a huge dab last time, and I still was dying from it.
Yeah, this one's a lot. This one's a lot. This one will make my nose run. Wait. Oh, it's you.
Ahead.
I forget.
Is it me?
Yeah, we did the movie character.
Okay.
That you identify with.
Is there a horror villain you secretly root for or find oddly likable?
Yeah, this guy and that guy.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't.
Well, do you actually root for him because you like Homegirl?
God, can we talk about this for a second? I need to talk about this just in case she ever sees it.
Okay, let's do it. How much you love her?
No.
You want to confess your love to her?
No. But I told you this, and I think I told a few other people. I went to CT Horror Fest in Stamford, Connecticut, a few weeks ago.
Yep.
So David Howard Thornton, who plays Art, was there.
Yes.
Samantha Scafidi, who plays Vicky, was there.
Yep.
Elliot Fulham, who plays the brother, was there, and then Lauren Lavera, who plays Sienna. Mm-hmm. So she was. I did my rounds and whatnot. She was the last one for me to hit, and I was the first one in that line when she was coming back from a photo shoot. So like, we've talked about this before, whether it's wrestling, MMA, movies, even concerts. I don't like being around, like I love those things. I don't like being in the environment around all the people. It's too
much.
It's too much. Like I like to converse with a small group or a few people about certain things. Yep. When you're there at a convention and that's all everybody's talking about, or like even like wrestling and shit.
It's too much.
Even sports. Yep. Sometimes like I go to a Celtics game and I'm like, oh gosh, shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah.
I just get annoyed. So I was over it. So I go up and I meet Miss Lavera.
Of course.
And I was getting my Funko signed and Graham's Funko
drooling
signed.
at the same time. Yep. Go ahead.
No. And she goes, she goes, how was your weekend? And I go, good. How was yours? Are you having a bunch of conversations with people you wish you weren't having?
Very PR answer came after that.
I know. But the way she fired back pretty quick, but she was very nice about it. She's just like, oh no, I love doing these things. I love having, like, I love horror and I love having conversation with people who have the same interest in me, which is the exact opposite for me. Like, I don't like being around all these people that want to talk horror.
Yeah. Even though you love horror.
I do. I just, again, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So I completely bricked it with Lavera. But I was trying to be, like, funny with her and just be, like, catch her in a non-PR moment to just be, like, I know, like, I'm getting tired. But obviously, she doesn't know that I was just joking.
Yeah.
I mean, I was serious on my end. But
I was going to say, little does she know, you were actually being dead ass, hoping to catch her off guard of just, like, be herself for a second, to just be like, wow, I'm like really tired and over this.
Yeah, I think I was just trying to.
But she hit you with the PR answer, man.
She did. Well, it's PR, but she also could have truly believed it.
True. That she like
I would say that it was probably genuine, but it made me look like an ass because I said that, and it's like, then it's like, does she think that I think she's being fake? And I didn't. I was just trying to be funny to catch her in a moment to be like,
I don't think so.
Yeah, like this is a long day.
I don't think so. It must be really cool for her because I don't know if anyone really thought that Terrifier was going to blow up to what it was or what it is.
Yeah.
I watched the first one never thinking that it would be what it is now, like ever. Then the second one came out and I remember telling you about it, and it was just, I still didn't think that like it would get enough hype to leave like the indie era of it. Like the first one was a very indie type film. So like, I didn't think that it would turn into what it is now, of it being this thing that is now in major movie theaters. And I mean, when Nikki and I went to go see it, it wasn't even right away when it was still in theaters, and it was still like a pretty full theater.
Yeah.
Like it was just weird.
The line, even that was a smaller convention because there was only like 9 people total that were at it. David Howard Thornton was the main draw there. Yeah. And we weren't in a bad spot in that line, hour and a half.
Yeah, that's like crazy. I think it must be really cool for her to be like, I'm sure when she got casted for the second one, she didn't know that what she was really getting herself into, because the first one did well, but it wasn't like, you know, like you're not going into it being like, I'm getting into a Saw franchise. I'm getting into, like, this was a very new thing. So she must feel really cool being like, holy shit, like,
it's taken
off.
It's
turned into something that like I've dreamed of, and now she's this character who's a main character in the film. Yeah, and is coming back again.
She's like the final girl.
Yeah.
In this thing, I know.
So
well, I bricked it with Lavera.
So who do you like better, Lavera or Barrera?
Oh my god!
I know.
Battle of the Eras. I don't know.
It's the Eras tour.
I don't know. I'm in my
Taylor Swift Eras tour of Barreros and Lareros.
I know.
Herrera.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But I told Mel right away. I was like, "Yeah, you have nothing to worry about. I bricked it with Lavera." She probably thinks I'm. She probably was like, also because there's people that go to those things who are just strictly, I get the autograph, I sell it, and you can spot those people out.
Could you see someone you were there? Did you see?
Oh yeah. There was one Spanish dude from New York, not wearing any but neither were me and Graham. We were like the only 3 people who weren't wearing some sort of
Terrifier costume
horror
thing. Yeah.
So when I said that to her, and I'm in a hoodie and shorts, she's probably like, he's just gonna fucking sell it anyway, because they can personalize it, and I never get them personalized. Oh. And she's probably like, this fucking asshole, like,
just gonna resell my autograph.
He's just gonna resell it anyway, and I was like, oh no, I bricked it.
You're like, I just actually really love you. That's all.
Yeah,
I was worried about ruining it,
and I
did. No,
listen, it's not the first time I've bricked it.
You managed to get Mel, so clearly you didn't break it that bad.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, I did get it.
No.
I did score.
No,
I scored a win on that one.
You did. All right, on to the next one.
What's the next?
2 more?
2 more.
Next question's yours, right? I don't have a question. I got the last one.
No, I got the last question that I have for you. This is the Sicilian Scorpion Hot Sauce. Yeah, they all have to be refrigerated.
They all do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then I definitely
white vinegar, scorpion peppers, tomato puree, lemon juice, and a bunch of other accoutrements.
I just know that from 7 on, none of these taste good. You know 10's not.
I like the
good.
cat one, which was 6.
Pippy peppers or
Pippy peppers? Do you know what a pippy is?
No. Pippy Longstocking?
It's like your schmack.
Is it really?
I mean, yeah, it's a fucking little pippy.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Pippy Longstocking. Do you remember the late 80s Pippy Longstocking?
What about
the live action? Do you remember that movie?
Let me see. I don't know if I remember it.
Pippy Longstocking coming into your world.
Movie.
I forget what the actress.
Oh my god, I do. 1969.
No, that's not
that one.
Let me see. No. There was one in the 80s. It was like the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking.
Oh, the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. Great job. No, I don't remember her. It has a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes, though.
I didn't say it was the best.
Queen Majesty Sicilian Scorpion. The sauce is wildly hot. We use delicious Sicilian ingredients, but be aware of the intense sting of the Trinidad Moruga scorpion pepper. This sauce will add extreme heat and fresh flavors. Enjoying.
So you notice how I don't read any of the negativity in the sauces? I just read yeah, that's better. Dip it off of that. I feel like because you're going to struggle with this, and I probably will too. Cheers. Tongue first. They all have that vinegar, heavy vinegar.
That just doesn't taste good. Okay, that's the first one that I'm like, this is actually not like.
That's not. You said it ever since the fucking second one. Lie to me.
That doesn't taste good either. None of these have been tasting good. 1 through 5 tasted good, and then we went downhill.
This one's hot.
This is the first one that this is too spicy for me right now.
This one's hotter than
Da
the bomb.
Yeah. Da Bomb. I feel like this is giving me the same feeling that I had from Da Bomb last time. This time, Da Bomb wasn't quite as like this is making me like sweat.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Versus Da Bomb last time.
The eyes are watering now.
Da Bomb last time made me sweat. Like that it didn't taste good. It was unbearably hot. This time it didn't taste good, but it was more manageable. This is just too hot for me.
I went tongue down. Was not a good move on this one. Woo!
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that one. That one is too spicy for me. It's making me salivate right now.
I just want to spit.
You haven't taken a sip of water, have you, this whole time?
No.
Oh, wow. I'm impressed, dude. Did you ask your question already? I don't know if you did. Did we do it before we took a bite?
You have to ask me.
Oh.
Wait, don't I ask? Oh, wait. No, I ask you. Sorry.
Okay. I don't like that. That's too spicy. I'm like, dude, it's like literally, I swear, like, it's like, ready? Like, I like can't stop building saliva. It's disgusting.
Dude, I'm leaking. If you could make your own horror movie based on your life, who would be the villain and what would their weapon be? Obviously, this is complete satire, but
ooh, okay.
I don't want people to really think that you. It's all in your own mind.
Who would the villain be, and what would their weapon be?
This is just like for funsies. So it's,
I think. All right, if it's gonna be my own horror movie, I'm not using any crazy characters. We're not doing killer animals. We're not doing a killer Bambi. Like, we're not doing any of that shit. It would be like kind of like a Michael type thing, where it's like overpoweringly big
but based on your life. Like, you have to come up with a story based on your life, and who would that villain be, and what would their weapon be?
My dad.
What would his weapon be? An accounting book?
No, my dad has threatened when I was a little girl, when I had a boyfriend, and he found out. He said that if I ever did that again, that he would cut me up and send me to the village, and no one would ever find me. So it would literally just be like my dad. Okay. So like a scary movie based on a young teenage girl having a boyfriend in a Middle Eastern family and not being allowed to do so, and her killer dad who kills her with a machete and then sends her in like a luggage to the villages of Turkey or something, and
where they bury it,
where I am then buried and never found, and like haunt the area or some shit. Like, that would be the story of my life.
Okay, so in this horror movie, your dad is the killer,
yes,
and his weapon is some sort of knife,
machete type thing. Yes,
nice.
Yeah. What would yours be? Are you
know.
Okay,
dude? I
think you went tongue down on that, and that was really bad. I kind of try to like.
No, it's going away.
Okay, I chucked it back into my throat.
Tongue down gets all the flavor.
My nose is still dripping, and I'm salivating still, though. What would yours be?
I know we have to take like short breaths. God, who would be my killer? And what would the weapon
John,
be?
Your niece.
Well, it's funny.
The killer baby.
Ava loves me. There's no way. John, not so much, but Ava loves me. God, that's a good question. I don't know. Who would be?
I know that's a good question that you came up with.
Who would be my villain? I don't. Man, I don't know. Maybe
Your mom.
Maybe it could be. Babs could.
Your mom. Babs just kills you with.
I think my thing is going to be a conspiracy amongst everybody I know.
Ooh.
It's going to be like Karen Reed. You're all in on it.
Ooh, I like that.
And then
it's a psychological. Like, you don't actually know who the murderer is or whatever, or who the killer is until the very end, and it's like revealed to you, and you're like, it was Babs the whole time?
And it's like the conspiracy is maybe just like mental torture, and then I just off myself.
That's brutal, man.
I know. So, don't do that.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
Okay. That's actually a good point. That would be a good one. I think mine would be more straightforward. Mine would be like, it's like clearly, it's like almost like, it's like Disturbia. It's like the killer neighbor, but instead it's like my dad.
Actually, you know what? In an alternate universe, or in the same universe, actually.
Okay.
In a different story about my death, it could be you because it's a TikTok trend to kill your friends.
Wait, genius. And then, like, I go live, and it suddenly is
like The Purge. And it's just allowed. It's like, oh, here's the TikTok trend. And then you're gaslight me into doing it, and then I just die.
So it's almost like, but then what if there's, like, a thing where, like, kind of like, why am I blanking on the movie? We love it. There was just a superstar one, the girl from Aladdin. You watch someone die. Why am I...
Smile.
Smile. There you go. But like, what if it was like I did it, and then you do it on TikTok, and then the more people that watch it, like it like transfers. Like
it could be virus. That. Well, I mean, now that they did that in the second one of
Now
Smile 2.
everyone's gonna have it.
Now everybody's got it. So
Which
maybe
is
this is going to be
crazy.
this. Maybe they could turn that whole
Universal.
thing into some sort of apocalyptic thing.
I've been wondering how they're gonna turn that because now you have all the people on the concerts who recorded that.
And everybody who watched it, if they live streamed
Yeah,
it.
that was just.
It's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, all right, I haven't watched any of the 28 days and 28 weeks. And
I know that they just made a 28 years later, right? That's coming out.
There's
watched those
a
either.
trailer, and there's this song that they do, and they do a poem from like Rudyard Kipling.
Oh.
It's called Boots.
Okay.
It's so creepy. The song is
Ooh.
so creepy. You have to listen to it. It's
All
so
right.
creepy.
Okay. All right. I have my last question.
Boom.
But-
The last dab experience over 91% Pepper X.
Yeah, we know that this just sucks.
This is
All of these just suck.
Pepper X, pepper distilled vinegar, Pepper X, pepper powder, Pepper X, pepper.
So lots of peppers.
There's a lot of pepper on this one. And it's apparently for the show, it's tradition to put a little extra on that last one.
I don't know if I'll be doing that, but sure.
The
The last dab. Yeah, what is in this? Pepper X. Pepper. Yeah.
I just did
oh,
it.
you just read it.
Pepper.
Oh, God.
Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Is officially the world. Oh, the main ingredient, Smoke and Ed Curry's. Pepper
Did
X.
you say
is
like curries?
Curry.
Is
Like,
it curry?
like Currie. Curry.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do this thing. What was the thing that we did before?
Oh,
The brand that I was like,
I can't think of it.
fuck. It was a kitchenware.
Cuisinart.
Yeah.
Stupid. It's officially the world's hottest chili, and we've pushed it to the max It's officially the.
Watch your sleeve there, guy, because you're gonna have some problems. You're gonna have poison ivy 2.0. Ugh.
That just looks gross,
Give-
guys. It's so thick.
I know. I don't even have anything to like poke it with to get that schmutz off.
She rolled. It's right there.
Got it.
Hello?
Wait, let me see it.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, did you get some out?
A little bit, yep.
Oh yeah, huh? Let me see if I can poke it with this thing.
Gross. Just gross.
Put a little extra. Oh, is it thick?
Yes.
Oh, it comes out slow.
Yeah. There you go. Wow. I'm praying for your insides right now.
I'm praying for Nick later.
Me too. I had gluten and hot stuff. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Nick.
God, poor guy. Okay.
God bless.
Tongue down? Tongue down.
These all taste the same and they all suck.
It's just very vinegary.
I don't like it. I don't like the heat I'm feeling now. Ugh. That's the worst. That's worse than the bomb. Like, the taste tastes bitter. It's so gross. Ooh.
I don't know if it's because I put more on the last one versus this one. This one's not as bad as the last one.
You don't think so?
No. But it could be just because I burnt my taste buds at this point.
You could have. That tastes
Like this
awful.
is the bomb right here. Oh no, that's the last dab. It doesn't.
I don't like them.
No, there it is. Okay, yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
God, well,
Those are bad, dude. These all taste bad. Bad.
is there? We have one more question, right?
Yeah, that's me. I kind of wish, since it was the last question, I didn't know I was going to be the last question. I kind of wish I made it more open-ended.
Okay.
But it's not.
It's okay. We can wrap this up anyway.
Dude, do you think Michael Myers is scarier because he's silent and emotionless, or would a more expressive villain be creepier for you?
No, the faceless, expressionless, silent is way creepier for me. It's like the It's like the strangers, like the bag face guy. It's creepy. He doesn't run. He doesn't. I mean, the zombie one, I guess he gets a little quick.
So who would you say is creepier then? Because in theory, then art is more expressive. Art is very expressive. That's all he does. He's a mime clown.
Creepier.
So you think he's creepier?
Yeah. Art is like entertaining because he has fun and you can tell he enjoys what he's doing.
I have no more water.
I haven't drank out of this. So.
I'm so fucked right now. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so then to you.
It's the emotionless, expressionless. Like, he has fun with what he's doing. He's just.
Your nose is running.
I can tell, right? I feel it.
Yeah.
It's like even like Jason. It's like what you can't see, you can't hear. Granted, he's silent too, but he has a lot of expressions.
That's what I mean. Like, he's silent and not expressive, but he's silent and very expressive.
Well, I think he's also funny though. When you watch the movies, as brutal as they are, he does shit like he puts on the sunglasses and you laugh.
Right, that's true.
You don't ever laugh with Michael.
No.
In none of the movies.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
I almost think that, like, I almost think that's creepier to me.
Because he has fun with it?
Because he has fun with it, and you see it, versus just being like, well, like, he's clearly, like, emotionless and whatever, which is, like, scary, but, like, when you see someone who's, like, thoroughly enjoying what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's just, like, another, like, to see someone smile as they, like, stab someone, like, that's a different level to me that I'm like, I don't know.
But I feel like because you show me emotion, I could trick you into playing along, maybe. Like,
oh, okay.
Maybe because I could pretend that I'm on your side, even though he's
like, you're having a fun time, too.
Yeah, and, like, even just to get out of the situation, start, laughing or something. And with him, it's like, you start laughing.
No matter what you do.
Yeah. I would try to trick that. In it being.
Well, that changes my perspective then, because otherwise I would have said.
Yeah.
I would have said him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that changes my perspective of it.
Fair enough.
Interesting. Well, that was interesting.
This whole thing was interesting, and we're back in black.
Back in black.
Boom.
I don't like any of the ones from 5 on.
Or
6 on.
6 was good.
6 was the
6
cat
was
one.
the cat one. 6 one was good.
It was a little too smoky for me.
I still think that the Sicilian one was the worst of the worst.
I think so too. I don't like that. I don't think it was
spicy.
enjoyable. I stand by 1 and 2 are delicious, and I would have that with chicken wings.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Anyway, we're back. We'll we're
wow, that's nice and cold.
Yeah, get some ice in there. Yeah, we're gonna double down on our horror niche, and then we'll see. We'll see
I
how this
know
goes.
we're not sticking to a schedule, right?
I don't think so.
We'll just like go with the flow. We go with the flow. We, as movies come out, expect to see videos from us.
Or just like the fun ones where we come up with different ideas and concepts to talk about. You know, like the Saw thing and whatnot. So
I like that.
A little more loose.
We have to do that Saw thing. Yeah. I think that would be a really fun video.
More loose. You'll see us, though.
Hell yeah.
That's the good thing.
I love that for us.
I do, too, actually.
Yeah.
We're back, and I enjoy this.
Are you going to hit your gavel?
I am. It's been a long time.
For old time's sake? Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.